Congratulations, Oscar. The audience is nearly as brilliant as the author.
Do you see Bosie anywhere?
I'm looking.
There's no telling what may happen if that maniac father of his is still lurking about.
Yes, I have been hearing some rather unpleasant stories about Lord Queensbury.
The man is utterly mad. He pursues Bosie and me everywhere. He arrived here at the theatre tonight with a bouquet of vegetables which he was going to hurl at me during my curtain speech. Well, luckily I found out about it and was able to have him stopped at the box office.
My dear, you must be more discreet.
That would be a backward step.
Ah, there he is.
Good God, where?
There. Talking to someone who looks rather like not the father, Oscar, the son. Talking to someone who looks like a minor poet.
Oh, that's John Gray. He would have been a minor poet, but there was too much competition.
Who is that, Mr. Gray?
His keeper, Mark Andrei Rafalovich.
So that's Rafalovich. He has the look of having suffered, that comes from enjoying oneself too much.
He's a French Jew, rich beyond the dreams of Crete. Poor Andrei came to London with the intention of founding a salon, and succeeded only in opening a saloon. For love of John Gray, he recently converted to Catholicism.
Oh, I hope it was not too painful.
I'm afraid the church has quite gone to Andrei's head. He immediately converted his butler and now seeks more artistic prey.
Perhaps he's converting Bosie at this very moment. You've seen the latest Yellow book, Oscar?
Yes, dull and loathsome, a great failure, I'm happy to say.
Then you didn't approve of my story in it.
Oh, forgive me, Sphinx. I'm certain that your story was brilliant. I only hope that Aubrey didn't provide an illustration for it.
You were fond of Aubrey Bearsdley once, weren't you?
I invented Aubrey Bearsdley.
Ooh.
He'd been nothing without the notoriety that he achieved at my expense. Yet have I once been asked to contribute to this malarial yellow book by this board of editorial adolescents who learned about art from me?
Very kind of you to offer us seats in your box, Mrs. Stevenson.
But we would never have been able to get in otherwise. Such a crush.
May I persist, Mabel?
How do you do? You know Mr. Wilde, of course.
Congratulations, Oscar. With one successful play already running and another about to open, you must feel like crowing.
But I haven't had a play off the boards in London since Lady Windermere's fan opened. And I never crow. I swan.
It's such a pleasure to meet you at last, Mr. Bearsdley. Your reputation as personality and wit has made me most curious to see and hear you. Though not affected myself, I like others to be.
Really? Well, I believe I'm so affected, even my lungs are affected.
Delightful.
Oh, dear Aubrey, with your sea green hair and face like a silver hatchet, you hardly look like flesh and blood these days.
And not much flesh, Oscar, but plenty of blood, I can assure you.
Aubrey, please. I was delighted to receive my volume of the Yellow book, Mr. Bearsdley. I thought it quite delightful, and your drawings as brilliant as ever.
Absinthe is to all other drinks what Aubrey's drawings are to other pictures. It stands alone. Absinthe is just like your drawings, Aubrey. Gets on one's nerves and is cruel. Baudelaire called his poems fleurs du mal. I should call your drawings fleurs du péché, flowers of sin.
I know péché when I hear it, Oscar.
Yes. Aubrey is always too Parisian. He can't forget that he's been to Dieppe. Once.
I believe the curtain is about to go up. Oscar, will you remain here for the first act?
I must find Bosie, my dearest of all boys.
Will you excuse us a moment? Oscar, please be careful. Do nothing rash.